Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. I have no idea what the hell happened at that beginning 30 seconds, but hopefully the intro and everything played smoothly. We are live. It is our weekly Wednesday AMA session. My God, what is up with my fucking hair? Oy. It's our weekly AMA session. We got to get down to it. We have to get down to brass task. Here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's good? What's good? What's good? Curtis Samuel, JWJ, or Rashad Bateman in your flex. Washington finally has a fairly Really?
I hit the wrong. I meant to hit me.
Really?
That was my bad. I really didn't mean to do it. That was an accident.
Uh-huh.
I mean it.
Oh, all good. All good. All good.
I would not have done that.
All good, all good. So Washington, I'm gonna answer your question, Tree. Washington has probably their softest matchup out of their last three against the Tennessee Titans. Jahan Dotson appears to be injured, so those targets got to go somewhere, right? And obviously, Terry McLaurin is going to draw most of the coverage. Although I don't think that McLaurin, what's going on? What's going on, Jamie? Although I don't think that McLaurin against the Tennessee secondary, I don't think that's enough to shut him down. So I think that McLaurin still gets off, but I could see Curtis Samuel still being viable.
Doesn't McLaurin have a great matchup this week coming up? I didn't look too far into it, but
yeah, that's actually what I was just mentioning. Up against Tennessee. Washington offense is still, aside from what was that, week 3? Aside from the week again, I want to say like whatever week against the Eagles, week 4, week 3, week 3. The Washington offense is still, from a fantasy standpoint, putting you still giving you more positive than negative. JWJ, I still kind of worry.
I agree. It's Samuel to me.
Yeah, it's still Samuel in that backfield. I mean, then as far as Rashad Bateman, Baltimore's about to be a run first team with Dobbins there as a 1-2 punch to Lamar.
And he's got a midfoot that might
midfoot. Yep. I want to bring that up in a little bit. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth later.
Yep. So for me, out of that grouping, I feel like it's gotta be Samuel. Just a personal thing. This is it. What? Guccini, what's good? What's good? Guccini JD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, and Robbie, the good old boys said, "What's up?" They wanted me to tell you. They said, "Yo."
Hey, what's good? What's good, guys? They can fucking dive into the chat. Shit.
Come on, Derek.
Should I? Yay, ask the homie Yeezy. Should I try and package Kamara and a wide receiver to get a better RB? Worried about this rib injury lingering. I know what my opinion and my answer is already going to be. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and talk.
Yes. Yes, you should try to trade Kamara. You could package that away. That's a running back that I no longer trust.
I mean, you were drafting him in the late second anyway, early third in some drafts, depending on when you draft. So yeah. So see what you can get, depending on what you need.
I would get rid of it just because that offense,
it's horrible.
It's super heads or tails. And something in me kind of tells me that they're trying to really force Chris Olave to step up and be a guy, which tells me that they're going to be a lot more of a passing attack.
And Olave was one of the most wide receiver ready pro rookies coming in, so I can see why they want to keep feeding him.
Well, and then let's also talk about the fact that fantasy managers for years have been looking for ways to kind of devalue Kamara. So I think that this is the year where those guys kind of finally get the winning side of that argument. Every stock has this point where you have to get out of it. And I think that this is the kind of time where you start getting out of Kamara.
Yeah. I mean, he's already 27. He's going on the wrong age of the age apex. So if you're in Dynasty, definitely get rid of him now. Redraft. I mean, you can get some value for him.
Yeah, that's the way that I would I would probably personally play that. Yeah. And then you also have a Olave. Yeah, bro, you don't need that much stock in New Orleans. And the stock in New Orleans that you need, if any, is Olave. And I can say that from a dynasty perspective and from a redraft perspective. You know, so yeah. Anyone else want to add on to that one?
I mean, to me, Olave. I mean, you guys, Robbie, you know more than Jamie how much I loved Olave coming into the draft.
Yep.
So,
okay. What are we thinking here? We can kind of start going through like questions that we've gotten on Twitter, like questions that have gone through our own head. There's one that I want to bring up, but I think I should finish the rest of this beer first.
Wait, got to do our cheers, bro.
Yeah. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum Boys and girls want to do. Dilly. Oh, R.I.P. JT. Look.
Nah.
We knew that offense was fraudulent to begin with. And I told y'all that you were overpaying for that anyways. I did it in SFB only because someone intentionally took fucking Derrick Henry ahead of me. That's the only reason why I ended up with JT.
Was it Derrick?
I think it was. I can't remember.
Well, he was. I mean, he's the only one that I think besides Mike that might know your.
Speaking of Scott Fishbowl, before we answer Ye's second question here.
Yes.
Congratulations, Jamie, remaining undefeated. I caught my first L this week.
There's only 80 of us still undefeated out of 3,000 people.
And I suck.
Yeah.
Not one of them.
I caught my first fucking L. And it came by such a small. I was
You're
like,
still 7-1, and you only need 6 more wins to make the playoffs, bro. So
yeah, I'll be fine.
14 more games. 14 more games.
I'll be fine. I'm happy that I got it out the way. It's done and over with.
I thought I was gonna get my first L this week. I got lucky.
Oh, yeah.
There's
only 80 fucking people left. There's only 80 people left. Hell 80, yeah, you got fucking lucky.
Dude, so if I make it this time, like there's only gonna be 20 of us left. If I go 10-0, like people are gonna recognize me, man. I gotta get them to come on the Rumboyz and going for 2.
Oh yeah, bro, you got it. You
Dude,
got to go out there and represent. You have to go out there and represent. I
wouldn't be here. Like fantasy intervention, even like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all.
Yo, it's like you end up in the circles by doing good work. Should I trade Jefferson for Evans, Higgins, and Elijah Mitchell? I'd probably drop Higgins and ETN. I already have Godwin too.
Wait, what?
So he already has Godwin.
And Evans.
Wait, he already has Godwin. He wants to trade Jefferson
for
Evans and Higgins and Elijah Mitchell.
No.
Nope.
Wait, hang on. I'm going to play devil's advocate to you too. Okay. Evans has never had a fucking 100,000-yard receiving season.
And he's up producing Chase. So yeah.
So you're kind of you're breaking fairly even just right there, just for the receiver half alone.
I don't like how he said he would drop Pickens and ETN though.
Okay, but this is redraft.
This is redraft.
Yeah, I get it. Pickens is gonna pick up, and ETN is a great college. Like, look at his production in college.
If anything out of that, I'm dropping Mitchell.
Yes.
And I'm keeping one of the other two. And if out of the other two who I'm picking, it might be ETN. Only because of a fairly safe floor.
Is there somebody that here? I got another. Hold on.
Right.
What if you throw ETN into this trade and get another upgrade to Eli Mitchell part?
There you go.
But wait. So do Jefferson and ETN still do Evans and Higgins, but then upgrade the Mitchell part?
Yes.
Upgrade the running back.
So what if that person doesn't have that availability?
I know. I get that. I'm just saying, look into that before you do this trade.
And then now that means he's also now assuming two pieces of real estate. That means now he's definitely. I mean, I guess he gets rid of one, but now he definitely has to drop one of the others.
He would only have to drop. Then if that happened, he would only have to drop Pickens. He would not have to drop two. You still drop Pickens
or Mitchell, right?
No, but you're not going
because he would ship ETN out.
I'm saying if you do the upgrade, if you add ETN and do the upgrade, you would get the upgrade. You have ETN as your fourth or whatever.
Now you look at ETN in a whole. All right, so this guy was being drafted in home leagues at like 4th, 5th round, but in like high stake leagues, he was being drafted like mid-3rd to late 3rd.
Because you look at his would be who I'd be trying. I'd be like, I'll give you Jefferson and ETN. You're going to give me Evans, Cook,
and Higgins.
And Higgins.
Do that. See if that works. If that works, I'm smashing all day.
Yeah, I look at the game flow that Jacksonville's been playing. They haven't been able all they had to do is run the clock out. Like, they didn't need to pass. So, like, what if they're in a game coming up where they do need to pass the ball? They're going to put ETN in. He's going to have 2 touchdowns, 150 yards.
That's not going to – but I see that okay, but you have to weigh out the probability factor of that realistically happening for you, especially in redraft.
But even
especially in redraft, that's definitely more than likely not going to ever happen for you.
And more than that, you're only doing it for this year. And with Cook, I honestly think in this
that'll be one game that you get that. That'll be one game.
Yeah, and you'll be on your bench.
I think in this discussion, I think rightfully so, you have your dynasty blinders on.
I do. I'm in dynasty mode still, man.
Yeah,
it's only 4 going into 5, so yeah.
I mean, I love ETN.
I would do that. I would do that trade for like I said, for like the right now. If you could get Cook and you could get Jefferson, that's a lot of Minnesota to have. It's gonna suck on the fucking bye week.
He'll be having 2 Buccaneers too.
Yeah, I mean, either way, yeah, you're gonna have fucking two Bucks if you do this.
I mean, would you rather have 2 Bucks or 2 Vikings?
He's going to have both either way.
He would have both if we added the ETN into it.
Yeah. So it's almost as if like you might as well not assume that much bye week liability.
Yep, and just go for it.
And just go with what the original offer is.
This is getting rid of Jefferson no matter what is a go for the gusto deal. Period. So why not?
Like if you're getting rid of Jefferson, you're only getting rid of Jefferson to balance out your team, to balance out things that you may or may not already have. That's why he's doing it. He's not doing it for any other reason but that.
And then look at his last comment. I love this. I love his forward thinking.
You could do that. Yeah, you could do that. Because now Godwin helps you mitigate having so much injury risk with having both Godwin and Cook on the same team.
Yep.
Lockett for Penny.
Yeah.
Lockett's gonna have a great game this week. I have a feeling. But it depends on what your roster needs are, man. Like if you need an RB3 in your flex, or do you need a wide receiver 4 with wide receiver 3 upside?
I mean, but like it was still like pretty much all. It was almost all DK. It felt like.
Well, that was the last game, yeah. And DK, I thought was gonna have a bad game because of the coverage, but going forward, like
Every time I watch Seattle, it is DK Disley.
yeah,
DK Disley Penny. DK Disley
Yeah.
Penny. That's what they love. I think that Lockett's getting phased out. I could see Lockett being traded at
how
the
old is
deadline.
Lockett nowadays? Like 29, something like that.
Yep.
He's old as shit. There's no denying that Lockett is up there in age.
So what I would do is I would get Penny in this, and then even flip Penny for some Olave. Even
Remember, this is no.
I don't think that I would do that. I don't think that I would do that with running back already being barren. I don't know if I would just do Lockett for Penny straight up. How Jason T has it. Because what I don't want to do for you, Jason, is go outside of the scope of what you're asking and then fill your head with butterflies. We don't want to go chasing butterflies here. You're asking this question for a reason. You probably have thought about every other strategy yourself. I would probably go Penny for Lockett straight up, and I'll hold Penny.
But if Penny blows up, eventually he's going to regress. So sell him high when you can, if you can.
If
you can.
But if Penny is also if this is when Penny is also exploding right now, and I can get my couple of wins for like the next like 4 to 6 weeks. Right now is when you're going to be wanting a guy like Penny when you have other guys going on.
Wait a second. Wait, this is a guy from my league. I just got the message. So no, I'm not going to trade you Penny for Lockett, Jason, or I'm not going to trade your dad Penny for Lockett.
So he's asking the question, and he's in your league trying to make
it. Is my league. This is my home league, my favorite home league.
Make sure you subscribe so I can give you more ways to fucking beat Jamie and those guys.
We will give you all the ways. DM us.
Hey, Rumboyz Premium gives you direct access to me. Just saying.
No. And I'm in the Discord.
Come on now. Ding, ding. No.
Hey. Entrepreneurship.
Fuck yeah, you definitely do that.
On, so I didn't see the screen, but I saw
I didn't see the screen. You better,
all right, Jason, man, you're in some trouble now.
Hey, it's an AMA. This shit's free game, bro. This shit's free game. I've had league mates come up in this bitch. Nick Peroni, yo, what's good, Nick Peroni? By the way, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I want to package 2, for AJ Brown. What do you think is best, DJ Moore and Lockett, Alan Lazard, and Corey Davis?
Okay, so if this is this,
so he's obviously losing.
I need to know if this.
It doesn't mean he's obviously losing. No, he didn't say what his record is.
I need to know what is this dynasty or redraft?
My thought process is like if you're doing a 2-for-1 trade and you're giving up the best player in the trade, you're obviously you need to fill your roster with some more pieces.
But he's not giving up the best piece.
He's not. Yeah.
He's giving up. He's trading for AJ Brown.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you're a winning roster, in my opinion. So yeah, do that. Get AJ Brown.
So he's looking. So what he's looking to do.
Yes.
So Nick, I see what you're trying to do here. Okay.
So do
you might be able to get more out of that too.
Hold on. I see what you're trying to do here. All right. So for this move, you do need to do a traditional 2-for-1. The traditional 2-for-1 is probably going to be the most equitable deal possible. I personally, I think that selling DJ Moore right now is super tough. Okay. And I think that putting together a pitch for a guy and I just saw your next comment. Putting together a pitch for a guy like DJ Moore with a quarterback like Baker Mayfield and Matt Rose probably on his way out the door. It's just super hard to sell that, right? And then Lockett, I mean, it when you watch Seattle film, it just feels like DK is being significantly more efficient with his targets and also getting targeted a whole hell of a lot more.
Nick, Nick? Can you put it? This is Dynasty because I have an option that I have an opinion that might.
I can guarantee this almost. I can almost guarantee this is Dynasty. He also has Diggs, Higgins, and Hopkins too. So trying to consolidate. Okay, so yep, I see. I see what you're trying to do. I almost feel like that, like going with like a Lazard, Corey Davis package, right? Because what you're trying to do, I see you're trying to have the creme de la creme, wide receiver trips, heading into to playoffs with your team, because you're thinking, okay, I can have Diggs, Higgins, Hopkins, and I can now throw AJ Brown into a flex or one of those other guys into a flex, whatever the case may be. I see what you're trying to do, Pimpin. I feel like Lazard and Corey Davis, because you can spin the fact that Corey Davis, as a veteran, is still one of is a favorite target for a young guy like Wilson. And then Alan Lazard is super easy for us to be like, bro, Aaron Rodgers is throwing him the ball. And that's like kind of the way that we sell that pitch versus the DJ Moore Lockett.
And who else does Green Bay have in the red zone besides Tanyan? It's Lazard. Lazard's the big-bodied guy. So you are going to get them touchdowns out of him.
Exactly. Should I trade Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, DK Metcalf for Antonio Gibson and Justin Jefferson?
Ooh.
I'll let you guys go first.
Mike, go ahead, because I got to look at this.
Trippy Productions. What up, Trippy?
Breece Hall.
I
think you can get more, but it's close.
I don't know if you would get a lot more, but
I wouldn't do it. Antonio Gibson, man. I would try to get someone a little bit more higher than Antonio Gibson.
I think you need a little more, but I like Antonio.
So Brian Robinson is possibly slated to come back as early as Sunday. And if not this Sunday, then it will be next week.
Yep.
And it doesn't look like that they're having any intentions of holding him back because of what happened. This is about to be get rich or die trying season. This is about to be get ready for Brian Robertson's face and postered on the 50 Cent get rich or die trying album cover. Get ready. It's gonna happen. It's good. That is gonna be the meme of the century because he's gonna go off. So I mean, I don't feel like you make this trade. Now you're right. You're rightful in trying to unload guys like Breece Hall and Alvin Kamara, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of already talked about
and even
that
DK.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. DK, I feel like you keep as a good 2 or a 3. If you're able to maintain that, if you're looking at really building a playoff roster here, Gibson's still going to kind of get his, but we don't know in what capacity. So kind of buying in on him right now is just not the time to buy in until there's just too much volatility in that market. You're right by targeting Justin Jefferson, though. The problem is that the Justin Jefferson manager isn't going to unload Justin Jefferson or Antonio Gibson for those pieces because it's just like, I'm just going to give you a bunch of stuff. The only way they accept that offer, you could send that offer, and if they smash accept, I will definitely say that you won the trade because all they did was just fall for, oh, well, he just gave me a bunch of pieces for nothing, for my pretty effective pieces.
So I'm looking at this, and if Alvin Kamara is actually 100% healthy, so if you package Breece Hall and Alvin Kamara and try to get Justin Jefferson, I still wouldn't accept that if I was a Justin Jefferson owner, but it's a little bit closer. Just leaving DK out and Gibson out. What if you had like Jerry Jeudy, Breece Hall, and Alvin Kamara? Try to get Justin Jefferson for those 3 pieces. That's 3
it's
for 1.
It's super hard to move a Jets running back.
But he has been getting a lot more of the snaps, like 17 to how?
That is not what you are needing. Now he is getting those snaps down in the rum zone.
Yeah. So you got to sell that right now.
And that could be your selling point. Does a person who's rostering both Gibson and Justin Jefferson, who's been getting that production, are they buying that argument? If they know their shit, probably not. Like if they know their shit, probably not. This is like when you beat someone when someone has a better hand than you at the poker table, and you bluff your way through with a hand that you should have lost with. Like this is the classic. Like you were able to make him fold if they're able to go for this. No, that guy sent me the trade. He wanted to send me Justin Jefferson for that.
Yeah.
Run that shit. Run it. Go.
Yeah, he's saying trade Hall, Kamara, and DK for Gibson and Jeff.
I have Saquon, Devontae Adams, Derrick Henry. My bench is looking like JK and Judy.
That's what I'm saying. He was getting Jefferson. That's why I said I would try to get a little more for Gibson. I would want that, but I would want to.
I'd be like, throw me something else alongside Gibson. Throw me one other thing.
Even it's like Osborne or someone.
You don't want.
Give me someone low. Give me someone pretty low value, but they like can pop off. Like, yo, I hope that this dude has Tyler Boyd on his roster.
Oh, Boyd would be
Rondell Moore.
Give me Justin Jefferson,
Rondell Moore,
and Tyler Boyd, and I'll give you all of that. I'll unload all of that to you.
Or Rondell.
Rondell would be a good one too, man.
With the pieces I mentioned before, do you think it would be an upgrade to my running backs? Instead, I have Dalvin Cook, James Robinson, Breece Hall. So at running back, let's see.
Which one was this?
This was Nick. So he has Diggs. He has Diggs, Higgins, and Hopkins. He's trying to also. Yep. He's trying to bring in AJ Brown with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking what I was going to say. He still hasn't said if it's dynasty or not.
Wide receivers are outscoring running backs right now, and that's good.
That AJ
this
Brown,
has been the lowest wide or running back class.
The AJ Brown one for the back end. I would see if he'll take Higgins away. So not Higgins, Hopkins, and give a lower guy for the AJ Brown deal and get rid of like Corey Davis and Hopkins.
You
giving up the top.
Oh, that's a win. Yeah.
That's a hustle. Yeah. I like that, Mike. Well,
if you can pull it off, do it all day.
That's why I wanted it.
But that's a wish and a prayer. I feel like that is super a wish and a prayer.
I know, but you know how we think.
Yeah, that's a wish and a prayer, and that's why I'm not going to go down that. I do agree that like under normal circumstances, I'd be like, yeah, like upgrade your running backs. But because of the way that this running back class is producing at the given moment, it wouldn't be sound for me to recommend like going there's a very small percentage of running backs that you can be targeting. And those guys are probably going to go down at some point through the season. And that's not me trying to predict injury. That's not me wishing injury on anyone. It's just that position is super volatile. And a lot of the guys that are left that you can go after, this is around the time they probably get banged up. Just heading into this October cold, this November cold.
Like you said before, man, October is a totally different atmosphere than in September. We're about to keep getting colder and colder.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He said so Trippy told that dude to throw in someone else like we told him, and that dude threw in Gallup.
So
I might do that, man,
so
because
it's Gallup, Gibson, and
Gallup,
Jefferson.
Gibson, and Jefferson. I would
I kind of like that.
Smash.
Yeah, because
Yep, run it.
especially if Cooper Rush keeps the job, because the only reason that I was down on Gallup was Prescott doesn't look to the left side of the field, and that's where Gallup plays.
Nick, thank you. I say that same thing about Arizona receivers, and that's why I feel like it's kind of safe for you to be able to unload Hopkins to what Mike was saying. Instead of you having to get rid of what was instead of you, yeah, instead of you having to get rid of like Moore or Lockett or Lazard like Davis, like maybe you unload Hopkins, right?
I'd be willing to give Hopkins and Davis.
Yeah, because Hopkins is going to come back.
Yeah.
He'll be a wide receiver 2, low end at first, but he's got that
Hollywood Brown. The way that Kyler and Hollywood Brown are connecting right now is so magical. It's only missing the touchdowns, and that's scary. That's
also I think the amount of snap percentage that Rondale Moore just played. And I know Robbie's going to laugh at me with this next part. And the cutting of Andy Isabella is going to even give Rondale a few more of those snaps, and then Dortch is going to. I know how you feel. We've talked about Isabella for a year.
But then next year they're going to end up cutting either Moore or Dortch. And I'm not completely sold on either one of those.
I'm not either. But this is redraft, not.
Yeah, I know. But no, for context of what he's saying. No, bro. Like, yeah, you're right. Like that receiver room is stacked. The way that Kyler and Hollywood are clicking right now. So like that's what Mike was saying is like if you do, let's say you do DJ Moore and fucking Hopkins, bro. Like if you did DJ Moore and Hopkins, that fucker's probably feeling like, oh yeah, I'm getting off. And realistically, you just hustled him. Like I feel like that's completely equitable.
Go to Yee's comment because I think we all are gonna. Holy cow!
I gotta hit Jason's first. I'm
oh, okay.
That's my boy. Let's see what
because they're not dono or premium comments. I can't skip the line. I try not to skip the line.
No, you're good.
Metcalf or Jacobs, not sold on the Seattle QB situation. I love this. Love this question, especially because of how how much Jacobs is on the field. And they're actually, kind of really rocking with Jacobs. And I'm not sold on Seattle's QB situation either. But what I am sold on is the Geno to DK situation. So this one's kind of sticky for me. I think the Raiders are done. After snapping that losing streak against the Broncos, eat your fucking heart out, Denver. Even though I live here, I think they're done with that.
I won money.
I won money as well. I feel like I would run that as well. The Metcalf or Jacobs. Anyone going against that?
No, this seems like a straight up even trade. Like I'm not sold on the Raiders' offensive line to keep running Jacobs. The only reason I said last week Jacobs was the top 11 for me was because of the matchup. Look at what he did before that. It wasn't very impressive. So Jacobs is more of a matchup play. Metcalf is kind of matchup proof in a way to where he's just going to just eat all day. So
he's just going to bully whoever the opposing corner
I would take Metcalf all day in that. But I think you might be able to get a little bit more. Like if you're trading Jacobs for Metcalf, like
I think that's fair. That's fair straight up. That's fair.
It is. It's a complete straight up fair trade.
Yeah, that's fair straight up. That's
I like
super
both
equitable.
sides. Like if I was depending on my team, I would take either side of that. 100%.
Update. So the guy said that he would take Jefferson Kamara. He would take Jefferson and Kamara for Higgins, Evans, and Cook. Do I take that?
Gotta take it, dude.
Yeah, you gotta run that.
100% smash.
Yeah, you gotta run that. You gotta run that.
Dude, that's a steal.
That's why I was like, that's
a
going I wanted.
steal.
Tupac or Biggie?
Let's
It's
answer
West
this
Side.
question.
LA, baby.
Easy. I don't even have to say it. This is easy.
Like you
California
know.
love.
Let's go. Pac all day.
California
It's
love.
Pac. It's
Hands
Pac.
down, it's
Bro,
Yeah.
I got
That's
Pac.
why I love you
Pac on
guys.
my wall. I got
It's
Pac on my
gotta
wall
be-
right there.
That's why I love you guys, man.
It's West Coast.
Hold on. Yeah, I got Pac back there.
It's
And then I
West
got-
Coast.
And the guy that asked this question is a freaking rap genius. He listened to rap his whole life, ever since he was like 8 years old.
I got Pac,
Listen to the
Biggie,
Ghetto
and
Boys.
I got Pac,
And he's
Biggie, and
ugly.
Easy right here.
Shut the fuck
This
up.
is obviously my Kobe and Jordan joint.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, bro, I gotta hang those up. Shit, and then I got my hoodie that is signed. This is like every
That's a
West
signed
Coast
hoodie,
rapper.
and you're wearing
So
it.
look, Warren G. I mean, it's not like actually for real signed.
LBC and
But I got Warren G,
Warren
Eazy-E, Snoop Dogg, Tupac,
a car full of girls. Like,
Too Short, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, E40.
Oh, I love it, Robbie. I didn't even know you were wearing that tonight when I asked this question.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, that is tight. Where'd you get that? I kind of need one.
Snoop.
Bro, I got this shit. I got this shit in Denver. All right. So, a question coming from Twitch. Squid's giant chode. Ha.
I love
You
that.
just realized that?
It's a Squid's giant chode.
I hope that someone knew that.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dilly to that one, man.
Dilly.
Well, he says what it do. I want to know if we know this person.
Who knows? What it do, baby? 2 and 2 full PPR. Any tweets that you would make to the roster? Kyler, Kamara, Jones, Higgins, Cooks, Waller. Flex 1, Olave. Flex 2, Bateman. Bench, Pickens, Elijah Moore, Alexander Madison, Rashad White, Kadarius Toney, and Deshaun Watson. 14th round keeper. I could take a scalp to this shit. Like I would try and move Watson for another QB2 that can give me Konami code like abilities.
But it's only one QB, right?
Huh?
It's redraft.
It's only one QB.
Yeah, but it's a 14-round keeper, it's keepers to the 14th. I guess.
Okay, all right.
I love Pickens.
He's keeping Watson as a 14th round keeper.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I
would get rid of Elijah Moore because I don't think he's the alpha anymore. Going into the season, I thought
Garrett Wilson is
the alpha. Rashad White's going to get his looks.
Eventually. Kadarius Toney is not.
That is trash. Like, I was all over.
You need to get out of that. You need to get out of that.
Get out of Tony.
Wait. Find the closest Giants fan in your league and get rid of Kadarius Toney.
Package Tony and Elijah Moore and upgrade. Where is he going to upgrade?
Yeah, you may have to package Tony in something.
Tony, Elijah Moore, and maybe Kamara, and
get Kamara. And get out of Kamara
and get like a top end running back.
You may have to unload Kamara for like a mid-age running back.
25, 26, yeah.
And then see if you can get younger from there.
Because I'm definitely keeping Jones this year.
I'm out on Kamara.
I know, me too. Out.
But I've also been one of those guys on air that has been out on Kamara since I want to say like 2019. I want to say since 2019.
It looks like he needs a wide receiver upgrade because all he has is Higgins, Brandon Cooks, and
yeah,
Bateman.
Brandon Cooks is gonna have to be gonna be
So see if
moved.
you can get like Elijah Moore and Tony for an upgrade at like a 2-for-1 receiver. Throwing Kamara.
You may have to do Kamara and Cooks together for a premium running back, and then you may have to do
Mixon maybe.
You may have to do
No.
Tony. You may have to do Tony and Madison together, and see if you can get a low value, decent like wide receiver 2 or 3.
Can you get Tony and Madison for Olave?
Yeah,
that might be a possibility.
Yeah, that might be a possibility, or like Dotson, or like something.
Yeah, one of them rookie receivers that are getting targets.
Exactly. Yeah, trying to get a rookie that's getting targets. Yeah.
He just asked Kamara and Cooks for JT.
Kamara and Brandon Cooks for JT? Yeah, I would do that all day.
Yeah.
Because JT is going to regress in the positive. So, yeah, do that.
So his value will appreciate.
Yep.
Nick says, appreciate y'all definitely coming back for advice and a chill, dude. Anytime, man. We're here. We'll answer fantasy questions, over under spreads, parlays, money lines.
AMA, so ask us anything, bro.
Yeah, it's an AMA. Yeah, it's an AMA. Hopefully Kamara can get healthy for this game. The guy said he would do it if he plays. Okay, so it's either he's going to make this trade or not. So you got to now push the envelope, and you have to be assertive, and you have to now be dominant here.
Because
if he's the offering party, I'd be like, well, bro, you came and you talked to me and you kept me up.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
You're talking to me and you're sending me messages right now. So if you want to do business, then we should be doing business now, not after. Because today's price ain't gonna be tomorrow's price. If he goes off, then now he has to give you now double.
No, but the other thing is they have to do that trade now anyway, because they can't wait to see if Kamara's going to play, because JT plays Thursday. He's out. That'll lock JT. So you have to make that trade now. That's
exactly. No, don't play his fucking bullshit games. No, if you want to do business, let's do business. Let's get it to it. Bro, we make it do what it do, bro. We definitely make it do what it do. Speaking of getting lit, I'm about to load some loud. Big week coming up. I'm looking to go 4-1. Running backs are going to be tough. Looking at Pierce, we're starting. JWJ, Gibby, and Pollard. Eli Mitchell also on IR. Should I make any moves or stay stay out at running back, or stay where I'm at? So here's what I'm going to say. Pierce is absolutely a start. Eli being on IR, like, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. We saw this play out with Eli last year when he finally came back. It was like, oh, like, that's the guy that I thought that I was gonna get anyways. Elijah Mitchell is like when your chick is like, you're not who I thought you were. She's like, oh, but I'm gonna come back anyways. All right. So that's cool there. I would probably go Pierce and Gibby if you're looking at a start 2 situation. I don't know if you're looking at a start 2, start 3. But if you're looking at a start 2, I would go Pierce and Gibby. Just because this might be the last week that you get that for real out of Gibby. Washington's going to be experimenting with Robinson.
Which means from a fan.
Yeah, which means Robinson will be kept on a leash. So get what you can out of Gibby right now, who's still giving you a safe look.
I do like Jeff Wilson Jr., though, this week, only as a low-end flex, but I love him in DFS.
I love JWJ everywhere. I love if this is a start 3, like if you're looking at one of these guys in your flex, JWJ definitely goes.
For real, yeah.
And there's definitely an argument to be made about Pierce and JWJ as a combination.
I might even start Jeff Wilson Jr. over
Gibby, yeah.
But it's gonna be a tough decision, dude. I don't know. I would hate myself either way.
I mean, you have to also risk it to get the biscuit. Like I prayed this to the start 3 because I would go Pierce, JWJ, and Gibby.
Yeah.
If not, I have no problems if you go Pierce and JWJ.
Who's the other flex option?
Is this one that you trade?
Connor, much love.
Is this one that you would trade, say, knowing JWJ isn't going to possibly be the running back forever, and we know about the Brian Robinson situation? Is this a spot where you trade JWJ and Gibby and upgrade?
Yeah.
And then Pollard is still there, and then you'll get Eli Mitchell back?
You're trying to predict the future too rapidly with that many moves. That is such a volatile trade. You're creating volatility in a market. So like when I do trades, I try and make calls it like as much calm as possible. Because once you start doing too many things at once, you fuck with shit. Shit starts breaking. You know, so I don't know if I would want to recommend maybe like for what happened earlier, you know, with Ye, like that makes complete and total sense. Like that's a situation that made sense. You know, I don't know. I don't running back is already so barren. That was what you guys were talking about earlier. The Kamara and Cooks for J2. Yeah, we said yeah. I should also mention I snagged Eno off of waivers. I love that you have Eno off of waivers.
I love Eno. I had to drop him this week in one league, and I hated it. But Eno's one of my most owned players in Dynasty League.
Oh shit! So this is definitely a start 2. So we can only start 2 in this Gibby, Pierce, JWJ situation. Pollard, I'm excluding.
You got to start Gibson, man.
But do you?
I mean, over JW, Jeff. I don't know. No. Like honestly, if gun to my head, you told me Gibson or Jeff Wilson, I would say Jeff Wilson.
See,
just because of the offense and the way they run their offense.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Jeff Wilson.
What if the Commanders are playing from behind? That's going to be more of a McKissick game.
No, McKissick's not going to be used anymore.
No.
McKissick's about to be completely out.
Gibson is going to be the new McKissick when Robinson comes back in a week. That's why I'm saying if you can do that, or the only reason I was saying get rid of Gibby or Pollard.
Do not roster McKissick anymore.
No, you can't. The reason I would trade Robbie, I was going to say the reason I would do that trade that you said you wouldn't do is because it is a 2 running back start 2, and then you can upgrade that one and maybe figure it out if things happen. If it was a start 2 and a flex, and he didn't have those wide receivers in his flex, I wouldn't make that deal. But knowing that it's 2 running back, and I have that situation right there, knowing that Robinson he's going to be a 3rd down back, and knowing that JWJ won't be there forever, that was the only reason I would make that deal.
Okay, and I see that. Yeah,
I agree with you.
Before we move on, I just want to say you said McKissick isn't rosterable anymore. So
you're done with that.
I know. So in my home league, I picked up a defense. I forgot which one. Miami. I don't know. One of the ones that are playing a crappy team. But then I'm looking at my roster, and I have McKissick, but I have Brian Robinson on my IR. So I'm going to move Brian Robinson onto my starting roster.
Yep.
So I decided
you can drop McKissick.
The waiver's going to go through today. I am dropping McKissick for the Browns defense to start next week against New England's offense.
You're playing smart. You're playing smart.
I am out on McKissick, and I look forward to the next week for my defense because I stream defenses.
Well, that's why you're my Padawan.
Let Obi-Wan.
Connor, we're gonna go Pierce JWJ for this week for that one. I need you to hold Gibby though. I need you to hold Gibby for a week, all right? Or at least start fielding. Use this week to field inventory on Gibby, and then we move from there. Yes, a gambling question. I'm drinking.
Yeah, let's drink.
For plus 900,
Mike's like,
yes.
God damn, I drank like the last 5 days straight for my birthday.
For plus 900, yes.
All right, thoughts on this value? Bet Arizona Cardinals to win the NFC West. All teams are 2-2. Are 2-2. They are plus 900. What? Okay.
That's plus 900. I would take that just even for $1.
But all right. No, we need to strategically first build this out. All right. How many units have you already placed on this division?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. If this is the very first bet that we've taken in terms of futures on this team, then we can throw a unit of the bankroll on it, and I'm okay with that. So a unit is dependent on whatever that may be. All right. I usually try and recommend it to 1 point. Okay. So 1 point for some people can be $1. Some people that can be 10, 20, 50, $100. But I usually try and break it into tenths. All right. Yep. So what is a unit for you? Because it's usually just 1% of your bankroll. I would be willing to put a unit on that. So that's my only question, just from a knowledgeable expertise point. Before I go out there and I give you anything, you're not wrong. That's a viable bet at plus 900 with the 2-2 record. We need to figure out if there's already units placed on this division in our futures. We need to be looking. Okay, we've already placed money on the Rams. Let's say we place 50 on the Rams. Well, if we're going to take the Cardinals, and we're going to take the Cardinals at plus 900, and we know the Rams were favored because they were Super Bowl champions, we need to be putting maybe 2 units on the Cardinals. Only futures bet I have is Pitt under 7.5 wins. So then let's place a unit on this. And then if anything happens throughout the year within this division, we can now just double down on any other bets, and we can hedge any of our losses from this point forward and manage this division that way.
Mm-hmm.
Did I make sense or what?
Yes, and I get it, and I agree.
Like 500 to win 450. I like that. So it's a break even. It's almost a break even. The casino kind of takes a $50 premium there, right? Because you're not getting like the full break even of the 500, but you're still getting an ROI because you still beat the casino there. Maybe we find something that we parlay this in with, another future that we parlay this in with, but something small, something easy, something super simple that they're not even thinking about,
Like Jacksonville winning the division.
Ooh, that's a great one, Mike.
We've been touting that all.
I've been saying it. I've been saying it all season.
Yeah, you actually texted me. I have the receipts. So yes.
So yeah, no, bro. I couldn't believe that. The value is great. I want you to beat them at their game. The fact that they're gonna still take that premium of that $50 is kind of what hurts the bet. Yes, you got it. Yes, you got it. Something easy. Something.
Oh yeah. That's a guarantee.
Take the easiest
Even
one of those.
Even if it's like a negative, like whatever, just Put it in a parlay.
Yep.
Yes.
There we go. Something that we are confident that hits. There. Cheers to me. Cheers to you all, the Rumboyz.
I would even consider, because I think the odds would be a little better in his favor. I would even consider Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So take Philly and Arizona. Do it two. Put your $500 on that, and make sure as long as you are making more than they are taking. That's what I really want. The worst bet is the bet that when they still make money. I don't want. How do I say this nicely?
Don't.
Without them banning me.
Oh.
Well, because if you say something against casinos, they're gonna fucking, What I want for every bettor on this show that watches this show, that shares this show with their subscribers and their followers, what I want is for every bet that we're placing, we're taking more than what we're placing. And I think that's the most ethical way that I can say that. And I think that the bookies, like when I break it down that way, like when I'm on my side here, I feel like the bookies on this side here can respect that philosophy. Not necessarily respect it because I'm taking money from them, but you shouldn't make the game accessible to where I can. And that's why YouTube and Twitch allows us to where we can have a podcast to where we can make bets publicly and we can say, hey, tell this. No, it's not financial advice. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. Should I start looking for a tight end for Andrews bye? The Jokelin, Conklin, and Hurst are best available. What week is that by? Fuck. I can't believe I literally just looked up bye weeks before I came on air, and that was the one thing that just you should be looking for someone for Andrews bye. You should be looking closer to when the bye week comes. Is
10.
he coming? Does he have? It's 10? Week 10?
He just put it's 10.
It's 10. Yeah, you don't need to roster anyone right now.
Not yet. 8. Right before 9.
Because see, here's what happens if you roster someone right now with the bye week of week 10 is you now give the ability to overcloud your judgment of, oh wow, well, because of matchup dependency, do I start this guy over Andrews or not? And that becomes a conundrum within itself. Because it's like, oh well, like Baltimore has a division matchup and we know that the under hits X amount of times more than, which lessens Mark Andrews' opportunities by this much. So therefore now I got to start, it just gets really wonky. So just wait.
Dude.
Justin, what's good? I know baseball playoffs this weekend.
I missed out on that tight end question, but tight ends are so up and down every week. I know Conklin's been pretty good, and Njoku's been up and down.
The market's variable enough.
I would look at is like the match. Like as soon as Andrews goes on a bye week, look at the matchup and find out who is the worst defense against tight ends. Like Pittsburgh, whoever's playing Pittsburgh, play that tight end that's going against Pittsburgh.
No, there you go. No, I love that. I mean, Pittsburgh is what they were.
They're horrible, man.
They are 29th against the tight end, something like that. I can't remember.
I hate to say it, but that's the way you beat the Browns. So whoever's playing the Browns that week, play that tight end, and hopefully their coach will not do what Steelers did.
But that's almost like when you're fucking building a parlay slate on like baseball, and like you're looking at which pitchers sucked, and then it's like, oh shit, Hunter Green just comes out and he's just going crazy for the Reds, and now all of a sudden I got the Reds beating, so like that's one of those up and down things. But I feel it's a gamble.
But look what Pitts did. Pitts
I-
had 2 horrible games, then a great matchup week 3, went off, a bad matchup again. But this week he has a awesome.
Hey, I
matchup.
want to make sure I point this out though. All right, so we have baseball, we have NBA preseason going on, we have NHL preseason and shit going on. Like Justin mentioned, baseball
NHL's gonna be
playoffs.
great.
We got NFL this weekend. We got college football. We got fights and shit going on.
Yep.
Rumboyz Premium, like this is the time where like you really, really need to take that $6.99 and apply it. Like go hit the fucking join button on YouTube.
Yes.
On our YouTube homepage, on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network homepage, we're gonna be dropping crazy parlays. We are gonna be dropping crazy parlays on, and no matter what bookie it is, we're trying to supply you with anything you can take. And if we're not hitting that bookie, then you can take what we're playing on another bookie and try and play it on another bookie. We don't give a fuck. We're here to help everyone win. We got guys that play on Monkey Knife Fight. We got guys that play on DraftKings. We got guys that play on MyBookie. We got guys that play on Bet US. I think that this channel has more sports books covered than any other YouTube channel, period. Like, I think that we play more books and more different types of fantasy apps and different scorings and different types of fantasy than any other YouTube channel. So, like,
Sleeper.
we're ready. We're unhinged. We don't give a
Underdog.
fuck.
Sleeper.
Yeah, underdog. Like,
Anything.
we won't answer any goddamn YouTube question or any question that pops up. Like, we don't care. We don't care. Is Gamewell droppable? Yes, you asshole.
Like I can't play on Underdog yet. Because
Okay.
it's not legal in Ohio, but
So,
I still look at
I
the
have a second question then. Are you taking Rashad White or are you taking Rondell Moore for Gainwell's spot?
Yeah, I'm taking Rashad White.
taking White.
It's a shot. It's my work league. I'm just done. Like, it's Gainwell. I'm done with Gainwell.
I dropped A-Rob. Oh, all right. For anyone,
After I
I
lost
find
that
this
4-1
ironic.
game
I'm gonna make
last
this
week,
joke.
I'm
I'm gonna make this joke really quick. I'm gonna make this
Good.
joke really quick.
I think I know where it's going.
You know, my therapist has a therapist in order to deal with my bullshit. You know what I find? Every fantasy analyst has a fantasy analyst
Yes.
deal with their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I needed
That was
some-
great.
Have you ever
I
seen
needed
Sopranos?
someone to. I knew he was droppable. I needed him to bounce it off.
Did you know Tony Soprano's therapist went to her own therapist? So it's like, I need therapy. I'm gonna go to Robbie and be like, Robbie, I need
No, how
some
many times?
clarity
how
on
many-
this.
I can't
Robbie's
tell you
gonna
how many
be like-
times I wake up in the morning at like 7, and it's freaking Jamie going,
Yes,
"Who do I start?" Dude,
yes,
What do we do?
yes.
Oh shit, we got
And I
a
get
lot
the
of comments.
same.
We got a lot of comments to get to.
All right, let's get him.
I dropped A-Rob and got Algier and Damian Williams. Okay, I like that move. I like that.
I don't know, man. A-Rob, dude, you remember when last year?
Nope, don't with A-Rob.
I'm not.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with
I'm
A-Rob.
not done with A-Rob yet.
Here's the thing.
I don't
Here's the
own
thing
him.
with
I don't
A-Rob.
own him.
I don't
I'm
care.
not
I
owning
don't
him.
care if you drop him.
You trade him.
I don't care if you trade him. I don't care if you keep him. If you keep him, you are benching him. If you trade him, expect to get not shit in return.
Yes.
Okay? And if you drop him, you are justified in doing so.
I don't think you
Each
should drop
emotion-
him yet. Who are you dropping him for? Paris Campbell? No.
You're not. No, fuck. I would drop it. I would drop Allen Robinson for Tyler Algier.
Well, I'm in deeper leagues, and Algier was already owned. So you're
I'm
not
in
dropping
deep
him
leagues
for that.
too, but I'm also in leagues that are 12 man, and Algier
Yeah.
wasn't owned.
Oh, man.
There's plenty of leagues I'm in that Algier just got picked up.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm in a 10-team league, and I picked up Algier like a week ago.
you
Yeah, but-
also are in dynasty mode. That does not count.
We're talking me and I'm in like 6 redraft. Like,
Well, I'm in
Bro.
like 12 redrafts, and none of them have Algier on the waiver wire.
Oh, well, that's just weird.
Because I like the way I set up my redrafts, like we have 28 to 30
I put
rosters.
5 to get 106 on the Mariners, Guards, Padres, Cards to win the series. Huh.
I don't know, man. I'm out.
No, Jamie just said it, Robbie. He's in redraft that's like 30-man rosters. We're talking redraft where most redraft are like not 10 or 11 and like 8 bench, and that's it.
I
do deep leagues where I start 11 and I have like 15.
Hi, Young. It says hi, Jamie.
Oh, that's my girl. All right. She's awesome. I love her.
Or should I do 5 to get 1.5K? If I do, who's going to win the series with the correct prediction series? Okay. All right. Switching. Oh, wow. It's an AMA. All right. So I put 5 to get 106 on the Mariners, Guards, Padres, and Cards to win the series. Mike, you want to pull that up for me really quick?
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, I'm out on this one.
It's Mariners, Guards, Padres, and the Cards to win the series. So who are the Cards facing?
Oh, it's the I don't know. Has it been determined yet because of the
I don't think that it has been determined.
So
yet.
is he saying the next he might be saying the next up, but we don't know who everyone's playing.
See, I'm heavy on the Mariners right now.
Fuck the Mariners. Just from back in 2007, I hate them.
Guardians are doing really good right now.
Oh, dude, the Indians are awesome.
And
I don't know who the Guardians are.
I like the first 3. The Mariners sketch me out. So the Mariners sketch me out. I like the first 3.
No, he's right. So it's Seattle is playing Blue Jays.
Oh shit! Yeah, Blue Jays going to fucking take that series.
So where are the Indians rated at?
Hang on.
I got it. St. Louis. So Seattle's playing Toronto in Toronto. Tampa Bay is playing the Guardians in Cleveland.
Yeah, give me the Guardians all day.
Philly is playing St. Louis in St. Louis.
Give me the Cardinals to take the series.
And the Padres are playing the Mets in New York.
Who's the pitcher?
The Mets. Well, the problem is it's 3 games now.
I know.
So it's 3 pitchers.
Who's the pitcher?
You're gonna have what? Scherzer and DeGrom?
Oh my god.
And they've been sucking lately. I mean, DeGrom might still be hurt, but you still got Scherzer. And Robbie, all I have to say is this. Do you remember Scherzer in the red, white, and blue in Washington in the playoffs when they won it?
I know.
Do you want to go against playoff Scherzer? I sure frickin' don't.
Are you sure you're talking about the right teams? Because I heard you say Cleveland, but
all right. So yeah, so in that one,
they won the Central.
Yeah. In that one, so Cleveland's definitely gonna. It comes down to really the Padres. I think the Cards win that series. Just because it's Philly and fuck Philly. Like, are we really going to depend on an Aaron Nola like that? Like I don't think so.
That's all they have.
Exactly.
I mean, they got Thor, but is Thor really Thor?
Thor, exactly. He ain't swinging that hammer.
Thor's got the hammer, man. No, he's got an axe now.
No, yeah, give me Cardinals to take the series. That Padres shit, I'm tilting hard.
I'm not.
You're not? You're taking the Padres?
No, I'm not.
You're taking the Mets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Mets. Give me Mariners, Guards, Mets, Cardinals to win the World's or to win that series.
My problem with that is, are the Mariners going to beat Toronto? There are 3 games in Toronto.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Fuck, I fucked up. Give me Toronto. Give me Guards. And the Padres, give me
the Mets.
The Mets.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but give me the Indians all day.
Well, they're not on the, and
they're
no longer there.
So you need to eat your heart out, and you need to suck it up, and you need to deal with it.
No.
All right? That's a racist fucking team name, and we don't get to have racist team names anymore.
Fair, man. What about the Chiefs?
It's not a racist.
Look,
denotation.
their time is coming. Trust me, it's coming.
No, dude, like
it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Your team. Oh, dude, this is actually funny because your team used to be the Redskins. Your team's the Chiefs. My team used to be the Indians. So
yeah,
but
no,
hey,
that's
but at
not.
least in our,
Can we
at
not?
least in
We,
our,
we don't even have to bring that up. We could have avoided all of
but
that.
at least in our sport, our team didn't leave and then come back.
we got a movie about our team.
Anyways,
No, I meant
anyways, that was terrible. That was all terrible.
Yeah, my bad, dude. All right, let's forget we said that.
Y'all were talking about potential trade with my running backs. I'm gonna stay put for now, but looking at my options, would Breece Hall be a guy? I'm not going after Breece Hall until the Jets start running the ball more. I'm staying away from New York running backs. Anyone who want to fit a jersey, hit me up. Oh, okay, hit you up for jerseys. Hell yes. Yes, I think Hall will be way harder to trade after. No. The Jets need to actually start running the ball. When the Jets actually run the ball, then you can absolutely positively go balls to the wall with Hall once like the value is completely proven. The value isn't fully proven yet. One, you could be selling something too early. Two, you could be buying something way too early. And I'm more concerned about the side that's buying Breece Hall too early than the side that's selling him. If you're selling him, go for it.
You can't really buy them for that much. Like, what are you going to buy?
They're all in home stadiums, which scares me. But Mets don't have Marte, and Padres have been hitting well. I'm battling COVID for my second time, and I'm not vaccinated on any shots. And oh my gosh, keep your mind on track. Just do what you gotta do. Gotta do. Please. Got all faves. Okay. It's not that I have all favorites. Like, I mean, they're all favorites. You have to look at the track record. You have to look at the track record of how they played throughout the season.
But the way they've been playing, the Padres are actually the favorite, in my opinion. The way they've been playing lately, losing that lead. So in reality, you're not taking a favorite. You're taking
really.
Mets blew up like a 7.5 game lead to the freaking Braves.
The Mets. Okay, but we have to remember that this is now playoff baseball.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I don't see it as you taking the underdog. I see it as you taking the team that's better, but Padres are.
I don't think that. Here's my thing. I don't think the Mets. I don't see a situation where I'm betting the Mets more often than not, just because I don't see the Mets taking the series.
So you don't think the Mets are going to beat the Padres now? No, I'm just
Which
asking.
Mets team are we going to get?
I know, but you picked the Mets is what I'm saying.
I think the Mets win tonight.
No, we're talking about the whole series.
Yeah,
all right. Are we picking series? Are we picking series by series?
If he said it, he goes, I'm picking these 4 teams to win the series. He's talking the first round of the playoffs.
Fuck it.
That's why I said you have. That's why he's saying they got those pitchers, but they don't have Marte. It's a 3-game series for the playoffs now.
Both those teams have been so up and down. Both those teams have been so up and down. Both those teams for like the last month, both those teams have been super hard to bet.
That's why I'm saying.
I kind of feel like the Mets can take the Pods. I love Manny Machado. I fucking love like everything the Padres have been doing a lot of shit right, but so the Mets. Give me San Diego. Fuck it. Keep it Cali. Are you taking San Diego to win the series or just the game?
I'm taking the Mets to win the series.
You're taking the Mets to win the series?
I'm taking the Mets to go to the second round of the playoffs.
The Mets go to the second round of the playoffs.
Yes.
Okay. The pitching for the Mets is better.
And with playoff baseball.
So I'm sorry, I'm not involved in.
It's playoff baseball. Okay, no,
know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, I'll put it in words you'll understand, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
It's playoff football. Defenses show up. Playoff baseball, pitching shows up.
Yeah, no,
And
I know.
Pitching
is more important.
And I'm saying, Robbie just said Mets. He goes, I'm picking the Padres. Mets have better pitching.
I don't know. The last time I paid attention to pitching,
New York.
Indians had this like
fuck it. It's New York. Fuck it. We're rolling with it.
Thank you,
dude. Hey, Jamie,
what's up?
Whatever you do, okay? Whatever you do, you only enjoy football.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. And I love hockey too, bro.
Listen,
I'm not into it.
I love hockey
I love
too.
watching it.
I love hockey too. Listen,
I used to play hockey.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm letting you know right now. There are pros and cons. I love more of the pros to living in a legal gambling state.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I already know where he's going.
When you love sports in general as much as I do,
it's bad.
It gets
bad. So I am voting. I am voting in November for yes to vote, but my wife is voting no because she doesn't want me.
Put it this way. You're about to, like, for those that are tapped into our Discord and shit, and like I'm even gonna start like leaking out like some like in like tweets and shit. Like I'm about to be super cryptic. Like you're about to start seeing some bonkers off the fucking wall where it's like he did not just parlay an NFL team, an MLB team, a hockey team, an NBA team, and a boxing match, and then a college football game all in a goddamn day.
So you win thousands.
And then hit all of them.
So the other day I was watching Robbie. I wasn't able to come on, but he mentioned his favorite sports are football, number 1, boxing and MMA, number 2 and 3. NHL was also another one mentioned. So I love that, dude, because those are my top 4 sports right there.
Bro, but once look, there are mathematics behind the mathematics behind the mathematics. Like once you start like when you know that part when like Neo wakes up and he's like, I know jiu-jitsu. And like it's all like the ones and zeros and like it's a simulation of him fighting and shit. That's what navigating sports betting is like. Because like after a while you start like, oh shit. You know, and once everything kind of really just starts clicking and everything kind of slows down for you, it gets dangerous. Like
you are the best of the best. I don't know if you ever seen that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Best of the Best.
There's a lot of bettors. There's a lot of bettors that are better than me. There's a lot of bettors that are better than me. I have to get better, but that's the thing is like me at this point now, I'm just betting to get better at betting.
But you are so good at it.
Yeah, I'm no longer betting to win. I'm now betting to get better. Like at this point, like
that's what we do with our fantasy football teams. Also, I started getting into more leagues with guys like Robbie and Mike and guys from around the industry. Like the Scott Fishbowl, I am 80th, like best team overall in the Scott Fishbowl. And it's
I'm
only
gonna cook up. I'm gonna cook up. I'm gonna cook up a multi-sport parlay for everyone.
and we're all gonna hit
I'm,
it.
I'm gonna drop it. I'll drop it tonight. This is probably gonna span over a couple of days because
But it's gonna be
I'm gonna
worth
find
it.
shit that I really like.
Yeah.
Like that I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that one. Yeah, we're gonna.
I'll look into some stuff too on some boxing matches and
Yo, yeah,
MMA fights. Yeah, we'll
I'm
definitely hit that, man. Do we have any
bro.
more questions and comments? Because
Yeah, I'm checking now.
I
I'm
have
checking
something
now.
I would love. I have actually two things I would love to bring up.
I know you have two. I know I have one.
So can I bring up mine now, or do we have someone else more
Let me
important?
just address this really fast. Really fast. Yes, basketball's we that's when we know like we're really about to start stacking up when we get two sports at once. College hockey
Basketball is
is
tough.
so fun to bet. I got Jets under 2 wins in division, so big game. Ooh, Justin's gonna be tilting. What do you got? Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right. I just want to talk about this. This is dynasty. So Javonte Williams, man, he tore. Hold on. Excuse me. Javonte Williams tore his ACL, his LCL, and his PL. So basically, his whole entire right knee is
It's done for
non-existent. And he's going to need reconstructive surgery on his whole right knee. So this is definitely going to affect his 2003 season and should even start on the PUP list next season, just like J.K. Dobbins did this year, just like Saquon Barkley did back in 2020, 2 years ago. So when Javonte comes back next year, he's not going to be completely healthy. He's still going to be in a committee just for the fact that the coaching staff isn't going to want to overwork him next season.
Right.
So his 2003 season is out. Like, I wouldn't trust it at all. So we're going to have to wait till 2024 to see Javonte Williams back to being full Javonte Williams potential. If he can even get there. It's not even there's not even a chance that he can get there. But if he can get there, so I mean, there's no way the saying that he's going to be back to even being the full Javonte Williams. So I'm out on him next year for sure. I'm not drafting him in redrafts, but in Dynasty, I'm not buying him for a 2023 or even a 2024 first round pick. Only because those picks that I'm going to be giving up for him with that injury, like that's going to be a roster clog. You're going to have a roster clog next year on Javonte Williams. And there's even a chance that those picks that you're giving up for him next year, a 2023 first.
So what's the question?
I'm getting there. Just give it a second, man. So are you giving up Javonte Williams or are you buying him for a 2023 first or a 2024 first? Like, I'm out on those. So if you have Javonte Williams right now.
It depends. I mean, obviously, it depends on your situation. This upcoming class is super talented, and there's no denying that. And we're already seeing the running back position be devalued. Data would tell you to begin shifting, and maybe there's and now that you kind of get rid of Javonte, you're kind of relieved of that. To where next year you can shift to where a really dope receiver or a really dope running back or really dope, whatever. So you kind of open up your options there. So there's that upside of selling Javonte. And then also Denver hasn't been looking good with the running backs anyways, and he's had fumbling issues in the red zone. And it's almost like you kind of, off a recency bias, you kind of got to go with selling more so than buying Javonte. So that kind of be my approaches.
So this is more of a statement than a question. This is where I was going to go after. If you have Javonte Williams right now, go out and offer him to every manager in your league. Offer a 2023 first or a 2024 first for him because he's not going to come back fully healthy.
You're not getting a first or a second. So you'll get a third. Third is worth Javonte right now.
I could see a second, possibly
a late second to third round pick. We're talking about damaged goods.
I saw a first and I saw a 23 first and a 24 second.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Okay, now if that's doable, now hold on. If that's doable, that's fine. What kind of was this?
That's what I'm saying. Go out and offer.
Is this against premium players or is this against soft players?
Premium.
Go out and offer it. Someone's gonna take it. 1 out of the 11 people in your league are going to be like, oh, Javonte Williams, he's going to come back next year.
With any trade, you should offer anything. But be sensible. If that's able to work, then fine. If you're able to pull up two first for Javonte, cool. You definitely fleece someone.
But what I'm trying to say is that 2023 first that you're giving up to acquire Javonte, that 2023 first, that player is probably going to be better than Javonte, even without the injury.
It depends on landing spot, and we already know that.
Well, yeah, obviously. I'm just looking more into the future and
right. And that's super tough. Should I start Judy, J.K., Allen Robinson, Antonio Gibson after the J Jets trade? So you can only start one, I'm assuming, and the one that I'd probably start out of that bunch would be J.K. Dobbins alongside of Justin Jefferson.
Yes. I would also start Dobbins, but Judy is in consideration depending on – because I think Russ is going to cook a little bit more this week. Not okay, so he's not going to microwave, but he's also not going to gourmet. He's going to be somewhere in the middle. And Sutton is obviously that guy that's going to get the touchdowns, but Judy's been getting those pass PPR points, man.
Gets asked, should I do London, Godwin, or Chubb, or Bateman / AJ Brown, or Chubb? My wide receiver depth is good, but my running backs are Saquon, Monty, McKissick, Kenneth Walker. Okay, so you're doing this so that you can get a better running back. Look, if you can pull off like the whole London thing, like Atlanta is not a breeding ground for production outside of Cordell Patterson.
Exactly.
And now they're losing Cordell Patterson. They're probably about to get a lot worse.
Yeah.
We're not expecting positive ROI out of Atlanta. And this kind of now goes into my rant from earlier that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Guy texts me. All right. He's like, hey, Al Lazard in a second for Drake London. He's like, and his excuse, Scary Terry's letting me down. Scary Terry's been in fucking double digits for the most part. So what are you doing? This team just lost Cordell Patterson. This team can't use fucking Kyle Pitts. The only thing that got London open was Patterson, and that's now gone. And if he gets hurt again, you're fucked. If you have London, you're moving London. If you have London, you're probably moving London at this point, kind of like it, whatever it costs, just because of like, there's no FOMO there. There's no fear of missing out. It's Atlanta.
and we don't know the running back or the quarterback situation the next 3-4 years. Who knows?
You get out of the Drake London situation.
So when London's contract ends, we don't even know whose quarterback's going to be.
All these people like Alan Lazard in a second. Your second round pick is probably going to be better than Drake London.
Yeah.
Alan Lazard has fucking Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. At the end of the year, you're probably going to be like, damn, I should have fucking kept Alan Lazard over fucking Drake London.
And that's crazy to think that because London was the third overall pick. And
we knew this when he went to Atlanta.
I was taking Olave over London in the rookie drafts.
Exactly. That's where Robbie's point is.
We knew as soon as any receiver in that class, it didn't matter that it was Drake London. What mattered was the landing spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's Atlanta. You're not buying Atlanta in fantasy football. If you can sell Atlanta, you're doing it at any and all costs. You're getting rid of the shit.
Yeah.
You tell me the last time that someone got a fucking positive ROI out of a player in Atlanta whose name wasn't fucking Cordell Patterson.
You can't.
Get out of it. Get out of it. If you can move London and Godwin, or hell, I don't even give a fuck. Like if it's like keep AJ Brown, but get rid of London. If you can get rid of London and Godwin, Godwin's been dealing with injuries anyways.
Yeah.
1 week he's healthy. One day he's healthy. Next day he's injured. We don't know.
And he's only got about 3 years left to be fantasy relevant anyway.
His wide receivers are Gabe Davis, McLaurin, Moore. But you're seeking
I like Moore in the dynasty.
But you're seeking Chubb. You're seeking Chubb. Anyways, like you're going to be seeking Chubb. You keep AJ Brown, keep Bateman.
Yeah.
Move London and Godwin. And if he wants to give you a receivers, like fuck. His receivers are Gabe Davis, McLaurin, and Moore. Yeah, he's in shambles right now. McLaurin's his best receiver. That's not saying a whole lot if Gabe Davis was completely healthy. Guards money line game 1, Bieber versus McClellan. Bucks -9, Bama -24, FSU +3 odds. 5 to get 75. I like it. Let me build you something, young grasshopper. Find some shit. I'm gonna find some shit. And we're all gonna eat. Anything else that we want to close out with? I just got off my Drake London rant.
All right, so I have one more thing. Maybe a little lengthy, but I'll be quick with it. So Bateman right now, he has 22 targets, only 11 receptions. That's 50%. But he has those 2 touchdowns. He's sitting at right now wide receiver 43 to 46, depending on your scoring system. He's got 11.3 points per game. He's top 12 in yards per touch, top 11 in yards per catch, and number 2 in yards per route run. But he's leading all the receivers in drops with 5 drops. So all summer long, all I've heard was, oh, Bateman's better at catching the ball than Marquise Brown. So are those drops a fluke? And like, what are we going to expect from Bateman going forward?
I don't think that those drops are a fluke, though, and depending on when those drops are happening, could be a make or break in whether or not Baltimore is winning games. But we're talking about 5 fucking drops.
5 drops. He's leading He's the number 1 in drops in all receivers.
Gilly from the toilet.
Gilly, bro.
What up, C Yard?
No. Okay, so Since he's on right now, I'll bring it up.
Wait, I have to finish this question. I got it. You can't interrupt. Come on, man. You gotta be considerate.
Just donut.
Yeah, no, it's 5 drops, bro. Like we're talking like possibly like a drop per game at this point. Like, no, stop. Like, we're not hitting the panic button on Bateman. Multiple drops came in that rain game against Buffalo. Yeah, that doesn't count. It counts, but like it's like, yeah, we're not panicking on Bateman. What were you about to say, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Seard is going against me in our work league, and he's already started the shit talk.
Oh, good.
Can I answer my own question?
What's up?
Okay, so I think it is a flukiness because it has to do with the quality of contested catches and him drawing now compared to last year the number 1 coverage downfield. And his average depth of target increases from last year, like going down the field. So honestly, like
I drafted plays are those drops happening.
I haven't watched every single one of them.
So that's what and that's what matters. So if those drops are happening in blanket coverage, you're being blanketed. Of course you're gonna drop it. If those drops are happening wide open, you're by yourself, you're in no man's land, and that's on you. And as I've replayed Rashad Bateman through my mind, 4 of those drops come in blanket coverage where he's just draped down, like there's no way you're catching.
All 3 of them. So you said 4? 4 of them were?
Yeah, and I think one of them was like wide open, and I think that was like really early in the season, like week 2, week 1.
So like I drafted Bateman late enough to be my wide receiver 3 in like a deep league, and
CR coming for those cheeks, Mike.
Oh, I know he is.
And then and if multiple came in a rain game against Buffalo in which you only lost by 3.
That is so fucking true.
Because that's what I was about to say. I'm pretty sure that shit came in blanket coverage.
I love that CR. Because I was about to say, like, I drafted him late enough.
That was CB. That was Connor. Yeah.
That was Connor.
Like, I love that because, like, I drafted him late enough to be my wide receiver 3 with maybe a wide receiver 2 upside with number 1 wide receiver weeks here and there sprinkled in. So I'm not losing that much with him doing what he's doing now as my wide receiver 3.
I think that
people are panicking. Like he's right now wide receiver 43 on the year. Just at that 11.3 points per game.
He's Rashad Bateman. He's a Baltimore Ravens wide receiver. You weren't expecting to walk into the fucking year with any of these guys being a 1 anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
All of these guys were low end 2s and high end 3s at best.
Yeah, I wasn't drafting him to be a wide receiver 2. I was drafting him to be a 3 or a 4 with the upside of a game here and there to be a number 1 or 2.
Now, from a trade talk situation, you can pitch that he's the 1 on that roster. But I mean, again, you're not panicking over Rashad.
Well, exactly. So my final point is cool your freaking jets on dropping Rashad Bateman. I keep seeing these questions. Do I drop Rashad Bateman for MVS? Hell no. You don't drop him for MVS.
You know why you see that?
You don't drop him for Rondale Moore. Are you freaking an idiot?
I'm seeing that a lot more on Facebook, Twitter, or Facebook.
That's where I'm at.
I know. No, I know. But see, I'm not seeing that in the Twitter world. I'm only seeing that on the Facebook.
I haven't seen it in Twitter at all, but I'm talking Facebook.
It doesn't matter where the conversation comes from.
What's your mind frame?
It's targets, and it's also who's quarterbacking. I can understand both sides. And especially from like I said, because you have to look at for most of the questions that are coming through right now, nobody's building for next year. People are looking at right now.
Yep.
So right now, my question
So
is,
hold on. When you look at the film, Lazard seems to be a little bit more sure-handed, and that's where you lean Lazard. The Ravens are gonna be a run-first team.
yeah,
It is
especially
hard.
Thomas being healthy.
It is very, very, very hard to justify rostering Ravens wide receivers that are not named Mark Andrews.
And that's why
I
we are
don't.
drafting Mark Andrews in the second round, early third, compared to Bateman in the sixth.
I don't blame anyone for feeling either way on this topic. You have to make a decision that is right for your team. If when you look at the overall aggregate, and if Lazard is outscoring, or if Lazard is doing the scoring amount that is needed for your fantasy team, that is the decision that you need to make.
So my final question is, with Bateman's foot injury right now, in the Scott Fishbowl League, would you start Duvernay over Bateman, even if both of them are playing?
If both of them are playing, no, I'm gonna
No.
probably
You have
play
to start Bateman. Yes.
Yeah,
But
But-
I don't think
Okay,
he's
that's
playing.
what I thought. All right.
I don't
Start
think he's
Bateman.
playing. I think he's out at least one game.
yeah.
He
I think-
needs to sit out one game to recover from this foot injury. So I can start Duvernay and get them 15 points that I need.
and Duvernay will likely have a big day and a big game.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's realistically the conversation that needs to be had is probably between those two. Duvernay is starting to become more productive and rear his ugly head into the mix. So that's going to affect Bateman. This team has been looking for a true dominant one at the receiver position. They haven't gotten it. They've been looking since they fucking picked up Miles Boykin. Okay. They need to figure something out. And it's kind of now dwindling down between either one of those two. No one else is really competing for that. So that's kind of where you go from there. Kufunga is going off.
What's up?
Kufunga is going off, Sigard. I do agree with that. From an IDP standpoint, from just everything all around, he put on great tape last night or the Monday night. That was a great game. So yeah.
One last question.
Yep.
Wait,
Drop
how was your birthday?
Michael Carter or Cam Akers for Mostert. You might
Neither.
drop him for Cam Akers, not Mostert.
No, he's saying drop. He has to drop Carter or Akers and get Mostert. I'm not dropping either one.
No.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't do either of that.
Yeah, neither one. Yeah, neither one.
There has to be a wide receiver on your depth chart that you could just drop that you're never going to use. Like if you have a DPJ or even a Duvernay. I don't know.
I'm not dropping Duvernay.
I wouldn't either, but I'm just saying like a guy like on your
Don't drop
on your
Akers. Akers is starting to get the first team carries. Akers' role is starting to increase, and that's starting to get scary with that backfield.
That's what I'm saying. I would just leave it.
Yeah, leave it. Any other questions?
Mike, how was your birthday weekend?
It was fun. I'll tell you more in a sec.
Love it, man. Happy freaking birthday, Dilly.
Let's just have a full recap Friday, so that way you have time to recover, and that way we can get it all on the live show.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Strippers and cocaine.
no.
No. I want to hear about the steakhouse that you went to.
I'll say that part.
No, I want to see the full freaking picture because you said it was the best dinner you've ever had in your life. I want to see a picture of it.
I didn't take one.
Oh, dude, I don't believe you. I don't believe it's the best dinner you ever had.
Los Angeles Jams. Oh God. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna outro this thing. That's Mike. That's Jamie. I'm Robbie. This is the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboys and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly. We love and appreciate you. We out.
Holy shit.